All right, so just coming into your Shavasana, you might even choose to bring the soles of the feet together to begin to open the hips. And just start to slow down the breath, inhaling deeply, and then exhaling all that air out till all the air is out, and then inhaling, inviting a new breath. And just slowly letting breath calm, let the mind calm, let the muscles release, and just trying to come into complete state of relaxation. Just keeping the mind focused on the breath. We'll continue reading from our Yamas and Niyamas, and we're to the last Yama today, which is Aparigraha, which means non-possessiveness. And I'm just going to read a small bit of this, which might inspire an intention, maybe not. How do we move through life loving deeply and engaging fully without getting attached? Looking at the inhalation and exhalation of the breath, or maybe the timing of a trapeze artist. This can give us glimpses into the ability to let go rather than being attached. The guideline of Aparigraha, or non-possessiveness, invites us to let go and to pack lightly for our journey through life, all the while caring deeply and enjoying fully. So I'll allow you guys to take a few more deep breaths and think about something maybe you can let go of, something you can release, and setting an intention with that in mind. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. And the next inhale, just gonna flicker the eyes open so you can find that strap or scarf or towel, whatever you have available. And bringing the right foot into that strap, and then just lengthen the right leg out. Now, this is probably going to lift the shoulders up off the mat, so then try to bring the shoulders back down onto the mat, keeping the lower back connected with the mat by engaging the core. And then from there, you can pulling down from the elbows and using the biceps rather than the shoulders and the chest. Give a little tug to bring the toes closer to the face, the leg closer to straight. It's fine if there's a bend here. We're just warming up. You might even point and flex the toe a little bit and see if you can bring that in a little bit closer. Now on the next inhale, we're going to bring both sides of the strap or towel into the right hand and let that right foot track open, opening the hip, but keep that left hand either on the top left thigh or just connecting with the waist to remind yourself to keep that left glute down, left hip down. You don't need to bring that right leg out too far. It's just opening the hip, and then give that little tug again to pull the toes towards the face. 1 more deep breath. Lots of core engagement here to protect the lower back. Inhale, bring it back through center. Switch the hands. Right hand can come down onto the ground to help you balance a bit. And then you're going to start to let that right foot fall across the body. you should feel a really nice stretch in the outer edge of your right leg, maybe even into that glute, into this IT band. It doesn't have to track very far. See if you can straighten that leg a little bit more, pull the toes a little closer to the body. One more deep breath here. And then let that foot track all the way down, coming into a twist. So let that foot fall to the ground. It's okay if the right shoulder lifts off the ground. You can keep the gaze straight up, or you can look over that right hand. Should still keep engagement in that leg, so nice and straight, both legs, feet flex. Now engaging your core. On your next inhale, you're gonna bring that leg all the way back up, nice and straight, and then you can go ahead and switch feet. So putting the left leg in the strap now, let that right leg stretch out. One leg is probably gonna feel different from the other. Maybe just bend and flex a little bit, point and flex the foot, and then go ahead, shoulders to the ground, pulling from the elbow and the bicep. Give a little tug to bring the toes closer to the body. See if you can try to straighten the knee. It's okay if there's a little bend. You might even have the leg out here, that's okay. One more deep breath. Now really belly button to spine, pushing that lower back into the ground. Let the foot fall out to the left. Strap is in your left hand. That right hand might kind of push down on that right hip to remind you to stay grounded, and then give the toes a little pull towards the body again. Lots of core work here to keep that lower back on the ground. Inhale, coming back through center. Switch hands, left hand comes down to the ground, and just let that left foot track just a little bit so that you get that nice IT band stretch. Push through your left heel. Really should help you feel that stretch. Gaze can be up or over to the side. And then you're gonna slowly let that foot come all the way down to the ground, keeping both legs active into that twist. Breathe deeply through the twist. Now, engage the core. On your next inhale, bring that foot all the way back up. And then you can release. Bring both knees into the chest. We're gonna keep the strap nearby. We're gonna use it again in just a minute. You can just rock side to side a little bit. Massaging out the lower back. Maybe take the knees in a little circle. In the other direction. And then from here, we're gonna rock up. So if rocking doesn't feel good on your back, you can just push yourself up to seated, but if it feels okay, let's just take maybe 3 little rock and rolls. All right, and when we come up, we're gonna bring the toes to the ground and sit as nice and tall as we can. So we're preparing for boat, okay? So you're gonna take that strap this time. Haven't really done this before, this is a newbie. Bring the strap around the feet, and then you're coming into your boat pose, but you're hanging on to the strap. And you want your arms to be straight and your back to be straight. So try to avoid curving into the shoulders, lift the chest, keep the chin parallel to the ground, zip the legs together. All right, so keep engaging the core. You can stay right here, or you might be able to straighten the legs with this assist here. So once again, I'm pulling by using my biceps rather than getting up in my shoulders, up near my ears. Really lower it down, open the chest, push through the heels, keep the legs zipped together. So you can take one more breath here. And slowly bend the knees, lower back down. Just sit forward to release the lower back. We're gonna do this one more round. You can keep using the strap, or if you think it's available to you, you can try it by holding onto the big toes with your peace fingers. And maybe you try it and it doesn't work, and then you go back to the strap, and that's okay. But we're gonna try straightening that back, coming up first to that bent knee. You might stay right here, or you might be able to slowly straighten, keeping the back straight, keeping the arms straight, shoulders away from the ears. You might rock back, and that's okay. If you need to, just go ahead and grab that strap for the second round. Keep the core engaged, heart lifted. One more deep breath. Slowly bend the knees. Coming into our butterfly, we'll inhale, nice and tall, lengthen the back. Exhale, coming down. And you can roll and curve into this, opening the hips, releasing the lower back. Take a little movement if it feels good. You might want to sway. And then you can come up to sit, just in a comfortable cross-legged posture. We're gonna grab onto that strap. We're gonna really take full use of this today and just open up our shoulders. So you're just gonna hold on up here and go to one side. Oh, this feels amazing after being on my computer for hours. All right, so we have straight arms here, okay? Now we're gonna bring it in a little bit closer and we're gonna bend the arms. So now I'm pulling on that tricep. Bring it back up, pulling down, coming back up, and then we're just gonna kind of take like a circular motion. So I'm coming forward, rolling back, I'm using my core, and then take it in the opposite direction. Last one here. Oh, and release. Hopefully you're feeling nice and open there, shoulders stretched out. We'll set the strap to the side for now. We'll come back to it a little bit later. And then we'll come into our tabletop posture. All right, so knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and just start your cat-cow. Either pushing into the tops of the feet, or you can tuck the toes, whatever works for you. But keeping that active to protect the knees, and then pushing in to all the knuckles to protect the wrists. Inhale and exhale at your own pace. As you exhale, push all the air out. Take 2 more rounds. Coming back to that neutral position. We're going to untuck the toes if they're tucked. Lift that left leg up. All right, so coming into some balance. We're gonna be working on lots of balance today. We often have to let go of a little bit to be able to find balance. All right, so you can stay right here, keeping both hands on. We're gonna inhale and exhale, curve and round. Try to lift that leg as close to your chest as you can. Use the core. Inhale to open. Exhale. Now you can invite that right arm if you want a little bit more balance challenge. Inhale. Exhale. Curve and round. Lift it in. Pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Inhale to open up. Now just bring that hand down for a second. Bend into this leg as much as you can. You can stay right here. You might feel a lot in the lower back already. Keep pushing the belly button to spine. Maybe you can bring that right hand back and grab onto that foot. Oh, kick into that hand, open the heart, open the chest. One more deep breath. Slowly release. Bring that hand and knee back down to the ground. Let's just take 2 flows, cat-cow. Neutralize. Coming back to center. Right leg comes back. So try to work on squaring the hips here. Sometimes we start to open that hip up a little bit. Keep it square. Push belly button to spine. Push into the hands. Inhale here, open. Exhale, curve and round. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the left hand into the mix now. Inhale. Exhale. Really pull that thigh up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here, inhale. Exhale. Now open it up. Bring the left hand down for now. Bend into that right knee. You might stay right here. See, when I bend this knee, my belly starts to drop. Push that away. Maybe you stay right here. This is a lot of core work. Maybe that left hand can come back, and then you can kick in to that hand a bit. I'm pushing into my right hand a whole bunch to protect my wrists. Belly bend the spine. One more deep breath. Slowly release. Pushing back to child's pose just for a minute to push into that lower back. Let the heart melt down to the mat. Each time we come into these really still postures, connect with that intention, release, let go. We're gonna inhale, coming back up. All right, we're gonna take one more balance here while we're in our tabletop. Now, we're gonna come onto the right side. So we're gonna kick that left foot back, okay? And we've done this before. We've done this sort of modified side plank. But what you're gonna do instead is kick, what I call a kickstand out that foot, all right? You're gonna keep pushing into the hand and you're gonna try to lift up that left leg. So if you want more of a balance challenge, you're not gonna kick that leg out, and it's hard. But find a medium or a good degree for you where you can kickstand and balance, all right? So you can stay right here, push into that hand, push it away. Or you might be able to bend into that, and one more time, grab that foot and open the heart. All right, options. You can maybe be here. Maybe bend in, open the heart, open the shoulders, and release, all right? Coming to the other side. First, we'll start out in that little side plank modification, all right? Kickstand that left leg out, lift up that right leg. You might stay right here. My core is working hard here to keep me in balance. All right, maybe you can lift a hand. Maybe you can bend and reach back and kick into that foot. I'm pushing into that left hand super hard to protect my wrist. One more deep breath. Slowly release and coming back. All right, I'm feeling warm. Let's tuck the toes, push it back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take any movements that feel good to your body. Maybe wag the tail. And then we're just gonna take a couple flows between our down dog and our plank. Really, it's about rolling through the back, coming forward, lowering the hips. Inhale, push the hips up. Rolling through the spine. Two more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Nice. Now in our down dog, let's find some stillness. So working to the heels, sinking, bend the knees as much as you need to. You're gonna play with a little balance. So pushing into the hands. First, bring your right hand right underneath your face. All right, you might stay here. Maybe you can reach that right hand back to your left ankle, coming into a little balance. Really pushing into that left hand. All right, and we'll switch sides. So left hand might just come in front of the face. Already I'm using my core in that right arm. Maybe you can bring it across to grab that right ankle. Different kind of three-legged dog. Inhale, coming back. We'll inhale to the toes. Exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll come into our flow of Surya Namaskara. Inhaling up. Exhale, dive on down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Maybe lower the knees. Keep the core engaged, elbows tucked and tight. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back. 3 deep breaths. Finding one drishti, one focal point, focusing on the breath, bringing attention. Next, inhale to the tiptoes. Exhale, step walker, float it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Round 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step walker, float it back. Maybe you can keep the knees up this time. Slowly lowering down, elbows together. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back, lift those hips. Downward facing dog, 3 deep breaths. Push all that air out on the exhale. Next, inhale to the tiptoes. Exhale to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring the thumbs to the sternum. Pause, feet nice and close together. Shoulders down the back. Close the eyes. Push into the hands. Feel that centeredness. Feel that balance. Feel the grounding through the feet. And as you're ready, we'll go into our 3rd round of our Surya Namaskara at your own pace with your own breath. Take your time to finish that 3rd round. Come back into that eyes closed mountain pose. Take your time there. Connect with that heartbeat and with the breath. We'll come to flow together. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Lower it down. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips back. Inhale, that right leg rises. Step in between the hands, staying in that low lunge. Inhale, open the heart, let the hips sink. Exhale, push the hips back, straighten both legs. Move with your breath. Connecting the breath and the movement. And then we'll meet together in that front lunge. You're gonna inhale, right hand up, coming into a twist. We're gonna do this just a little bit differently today. So we're gonna play with this balance and engaging the core. You can stay here and enjoy this twist, or we're gonna play with inhaling up, exhaling, just tap that hand on the ground. 2 more. Inhale, find that balance, find your drishti. Exhale. 1 last time. Inhale, exhale. Coming back to that twist. Now straighten the legs. Walk yourself over to the middle. All right, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deeply into a wide-legged fold. So the hands can maybe reach through to try to lower the head. You can come to forearms. You can grab opposite ankle. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Try to release all these muscles. Next inhale, we'll come to half lift. Exhale to the back of your mat. Sink those hips down. Inhale up. Exhale, push the hips back, straighten the legs, bow over. Inhale. Exhale. Move with your own breath. You can always have that back knee down if you need to. Inhale, coming forward to meet in that low lunge. Plant the right hand. Inhale the left hand up. Nice twist. Now push firmly into that back foot. You'll notice my heel is right over my toes. So I'm not way back here. I'm not way up here. That'll give me the best support. All right. Inhale, up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, up. Exhale, tap it down. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Both hands down, straighten the legs. Second round, wide-legged fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop it down. Release the neck, release the shoulders. Make sure there's a tiny micro bend in the knees so we're not hyperextending. And just take deep breaths. Let yourself sink down. You're all welcome for the view. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back over to that right foot. We'll step it back to plank. You can flow here or just skip it and push back to down dog. Exhale, all meeting in down dog. Now we're gonna walk the hands back to the feet. Slowly roll yourself up and we're gonna find that strap. All right, so we're gonna do what we were doing on the ground, but now standing, which obviously adds a whole nother level. If you need to be close to a wall, just for security, feel free to move. We're gonna start with our right leg. All right, so just put the strap around the right leg, and then you really want the left foot to ground down, spread the toes. Trying to figure out the best angle for this. I think this is okay. And then nice and tall, let the shoulders melt down, and just start by bending that front leg, okay? So we're finding our drishti, our focal point, and then you can stay right here with that knee bent. If it's available, you're gonna try to straighten that leg. Once again, we're not moving the shoulders, but we're pulling with the biceps. And it's just a light tug, and we're keeping a tiny micro bend in that front knee. All right, one more deep breath. If you fall out, just come back and join us. Keep a little micro bend in that standing leg as well. Now we're gonna try to open it out to the side. Now, typically we're gonna do something like this to counterbalance that. Try to stay nice and tall. Even if you just take it out a little bit, it doesn't have to come way out here. And then once again, you can also just have that knee bent here as well. All right, one more deep breath. Now the trickiest one, we're gonna bring it across, even if it's just a tiny bit. Feel that stretch here. Try to keep that leg straight if you can. Not just have it bent, no worries. Keep that focal point. One more deep breath. Woo. Come back to center. Lower it down, shake it out. All right. We'll take it to the other side. So bring that strap, scarf, towel, whatever, around the left foot. Okay. Really ground that right foot down. Can come just to this bent knee first. You might need to do that to get the towel around anywho. Find that focal point. And then if it's available, you can straighten that leg. Trying to really ground down with that right foot. Shoulders are away from the ears, chest is open. All right, deep inhale here. And I'm not leaning way back either. Try to stay straight up. Let that foot come out to the side. Hip clickety clink. All right. Keep pushing through that heel. Active. All right, one more breath. Inhale, bring it through center. Try to bring it across the body, even just a smidge. Push through that heel. And back to center. Release it down. Shake it out. Set down that strap. Shake out the hands from gripping. And come back to the bottom of your mat. Inhale up, work your way down. And then just walk forward back into that downward facing dog. All right, we'll start to flow a little bit more here. Hamstring should be really open after all this. Inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. One full breath here. And then as you exhale, coming through, step it down. Slowly bring yourself up. We're in a high lunge. So my heel is over the ball of my foot. This back leg is fired up as straight as I can get it. Knee is over ankle, which means that I sink it down, but not by bending this knee. Straighten it out. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Stay where you are. I just realized I'm not in great posture for you. So you're gonna let that right hand come down and open up to that twist we were playing with before. All right, so I'm looking out over my right hip, right leg forward. All right, inhale, hands back up. So we're gonna move like clockwork here for two more. Open up. Inhale back up. Exhale. Inhale up. All right, so staying right here. You're gonna bring your left hand under, right arm on top, coming into our eagle arms. And if this doesn't work for you, just bring the arms together and push in nice and tight here. Okay, otherwise left arm's on bottom. We're gonna take one more little flow here. So inhale. It's really gonna challenge your balance. You're trying to bring the elbows up. Exhale, back down. It's a tiny little movement. Engage your core. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands. Let's take one inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. Step it back, flow or not to flow. We'll all meet downward facing dog. Just taking that to the other side. Inhale, left leg rises. One full breath here. Deep inhale. Exhale to transition forward. Prepare for your high lunge. Fire up that back leg. Getting your heel over the ball of your foot will give you the most stability, rather than being like back there or here, and then really fire up that back leg to get it straight. Arms up overhead, shoulders away from the ears. Deep inhale here. Exhale, left hand tracks down. Open it up. Inhale up. Exhale, down. If it's available, your gaze can follow that left thumb. It'll be a little bit more challenging. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This is our last one. Exhale. Twist. Inhale, coming back together. This time, right arm under left, coming into your eagle arms, or pushing the forearms and hands together. All right, tiny movement. Inhale, open that up. Exhale, bring it down. I'm wobbling like crazy, guys. This is not easy. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice work. Release the hands, bring them up. Exhale. Hands on either side of that foot. Step it back. Flow or not to flow. Exhale. Downward facing dog. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Just bring the feet hip distance. You can grab opposite elbow and release the neck and head and just ragdoll for a little bit here. Or you can come into gorilla. Or just bring the fingers to the big toes. Whatever feels good for you so that you can release the neck. Release. Let it go. Maybe a few sighs out the mouth. All right, releasing the hands, walking back into that downward facing dog. We'll add on a little bit here. We're gonna inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Prepare for your high lunge. Hands up overhead. Exhale, right hand down, clockwork, open it up. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Now exhale, let's bring our hands to the hips. We're gonna skip the eagle arms this time, and we're gonna come into our warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. So we're gonna slowly work kicking forward. Now you might come into airplane arms. You might just have the hands on the ground, but you're kicking into this back foot to get it as straight as you can. Toes are pointing down, hips are square. Maybe hands at heart center. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. You got this. Next inhale, slowly with control, coming back to that high lunge. Exhale, hands down, step it back. Either push back down dog or take your vinyasa. Nice work. Next one, then we'll take a little break. One more side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Prepare for that high lunge. Arms up overhead. Try to get that heel over the ball of your foot. Bend into that front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, track that hand back to twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Last one. So we're bringing the hands back up. You can bring maybe the hands to the hip, heart center, airplane. Take a big inhale. Use your exhale to transition. Warrior 3. Hands can be on the ground if you need to. Fire up that back leg. Get it as straight as you can. Toes point down. Micro bend in the standing leg. 2 more deep breaths. You got this. Next inhale with control. Inhale up. Exhale. Step it back. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. We'll all meet in child's pose. You can take nice wide knees, sink the hips back. Let that heart melt into the mat. Take a couple breaths here to catch your breath. Maybe grab some water if you need it. I know I do. Connect with that intention. We've got one more round of flow. You are welcome to stay right here in child's pose for that flow. If you'd like to join us, we're going to just quick explain what we're going to do and then we'll go for it. We're going to go, as we have high lunge twist, into our warrior three, but I'll give the option to come into our eagle arms, open it up, and taking your warrior three with eagle arms. If you want to add that in, I'll walk us through that. If not, you can do what we did in the last round. All right, so coming into our down dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg rises. As you exhale, step it in between the hands. Bring yourself up to that high lunge, arms up overhead. Exhale, open it up to the twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist with control, nice and slow. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Coming back. Now we're going to come to the eagle arms if you want. Left under right, push into the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, transition into that warrior three with eagle arms. Now you can stay right here, or we're going to play with coming into full eagle. So that left leg's going to wrap around. We're going to sit it down. One more full breath here. Inhale, coming back to that warrior three. This is all added challenge. Slowly, we'll all step back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lower down. Step it back, flow or not to flow. We got one more side. Downward facing dog. All right, taking it to the left. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Prepare for your high lunge. Heel over ball of the foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, track it back to twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, twist. Coming forward this time, right under left. Push into the hands. Inhale up. Exhale. Warrior three. Hold it. Warrior three. Toes point down. You can stay right here. Maybe you want to come into full eagle. Bring that right leg over the left. Sit it down. Whew. One full breath. Lots of balance. Lots of core. All those tiny muscles working in the feet and the legs. Deep inhale. Transition warrior three. Step it back. Inhale, open. Exhale. Bring it down. Last vinyasa. We'll all meet in child's pose. You guys are doing great. Widen the knees. Sit it back. Lower on down. Breathe deeply here. We're going to take just a couple breaths here and then we're going to come into our pigeon and we'll continue to rest in that pigeon, okay? So deep inhale. Exhale. Let's bring it up just to come into our pigeon, okay? Inhale, bring that right leg forward. Work the left toes back. Sit nice and tall. You can stay right here if you've got a nice stretch. Maybe you can come down to forearms. If that feels okay, maybe you can stack the fists and bring the head down. Maybe you can bring the palms flat and come all the way down. Let the breath slow. Try to keep the mind right here with you. Be present. Letting our heart rate drop, connecting with our breath. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Next, inhale slowly. Bring yourself up. Let's just take a little bit of a cobra here. So open, let the head drop back. Open the throat. And then coming back, you can push into the hands and neutralize in down dog, or just swing that back leg forward. We're taking it to the other side. Left leg forward. Work those right toes back. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, maybe come to the forearms. That feels okay. Let's stack the fists. Drop the head down. One side will inevitably feel different than the other. Maybe you can flatten palms and come all the way down. Three more deep breaths. Next, inhale and slowly peel ourselves back up. Get the hands, maybe even just on the fingertips. Let your heart open, drop the head. Slowly coming back. If it feels good for you, you can neutralize in a down dog. If not, just come to sit on your bum. Just walk the head out a bit if it feels all right. And then we're gonna drop the knees down. We're just gonna come into a little back bend. So we're gonna take camel today. And if you have any knee issues, you might wanna just double your mat at the top, my mega mat. And then from here, you can either leave the tops of the feet on the ground. If you feel like you might be able to go a little deeper, tuck the toes so that the heels are ready for you to grab. Then you're gonna bring the hands to the lower back, and you really wanna try to push your elbows together, okay? Push the elbows together, and then also at the same time we're opening, you're still tucking that tailbone, engaging the core, pushing belly button to spine, okay? And you're gonna let the head drop and open the chest. It's really more about a chest opener than a back bend. And keep looking up. One more deep breath. And then slowly just come back down to sit. We're gonna take a second round, and you can do the same thing we just did, or you can work on dropping one hand at a time down to the heels. As I said, it's really about pushing the shoulder blades together and the elbows together and opening this area more than it is really arching the back, okay? So we'll come up for round 2, tucking the toes, bringing the hands to the lower back so my fingers are pointing down, palms up. And I start to really work my shoulder blades and my elbows together before I drop back. Then I open the chest, open the heart. I can stay right here, or maybe I can drop one hand at a time, pushing and squeezing my shoulder blades. Feel like I'm tucking my tailbone. One more deep breath. Slowly bring one hand up and the other. Bring yourself up. Slowly neutralize. Take just a breath or two here. And then you can drop down into child's pose. Let the heart melt towards the mat. Drop the head. Take those deep stethoscope breaths into that lower and mid back. All right, and we'll slowly come up. We're gonna take just a quick time for inversion. And then today I'm gonna offer for you to take your Shavasana with legs up the wall. So if you want to take whatever you might need for your Shavasana to the wall with you, we're gonna do our shoulder stand. And if you wanna just do this in the middle of the room, in the middle of the mat, that's okay too. But if you'd like, I'll show you the assist with the wall. So you get your thumb as close as you can to the wall, and then you're gonna work the legs up the wall. You could stay right here. That would be fine. If you want to come into shoulder stand, you're just gonna push into the hands and the arms and start to push the hips up. So it's kind of like I'm doing a bridge pose, right? And then I can maybe bring my hands under the back. And then maybe I can straighten out my feet. I know you can't see my feet, but just rest here. Or you can try to lift one leg off the wall and lift another leg off the wall. Maybe you can come into full shoulder stand. So I'm working on keeping a little space between my chin and my chest and making sure the majority of my weight is in my shoulders and not my neck, and keeping my gaze to my toes, zipping my legs together, belly button to spine, engaging my core. Trying to take about 5 more deep breaths here. If it's in your practice, you can drop into a plow. So that means our feet are gonna come overhead, toes are gonna touch, interlace the hands behind you. This is optional, you can also just push the hands into the mat. Taking a couple breaths here. And then releasing the palms as slowly as possible. You're gonna roll vertebra by vertebra down, back to the mat. All right, and you might choose to stay here. We're gonna take a twist and then we'll come into our Shavasana. So bring the knees into the belly. Let the knees drop over to either side. Gaze over that opposite shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Gaze over that opposite shoulder if it feels okay. Trying to let gravity do the work, releasing any muscle. Might be trying to work still. And then inhale back through center. Take any last postures that you want. Maybe you want to take a happy baby or another rounded twist or one more inversion. Let's take a full minute to just feel into our bodies. If you're ready for Shavasana, you have the option to take it with legs up the wall. Just make sure if you're doing legs up the wall that your muscles aren't working. So you really have to stack over the hips. If your hips are pretty far away, your legs are inevitably to do a little bit of work. So if you want to do the legs up the wall, just make sure that they're completely relaxed. Sometimes for me, it even feels good to do butterfly here, but it's only if you can totally release. So we'll take about 5 more rounds of breath to come into our Shavasana. Get cozy. Once you have found yourself in your Shavasana, if you can just take a quick body scan that we're releasing our toes, releasing our ankles, releasing the calves, all the way up to the knees, releasing the thighs, letting the breath return to a natural state so you can release the entire core. Release the chest and the shoulders, let them melt to the mat all the way to the fingertips. Release all the tiny muscles in the face. Release the jaw, muscles around the ears, all the way through the forehead up to the crown. And simply just let yourself be. Release any doing. Avoid going to the to-do list and stay right here with your breath, with your intention, taking the most important posture of our practice. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, inviting tiny movements into the fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Taking a deep inhale, bring the arms up overhead, stretching from fingers to toes. And as you exhale, bring the knees into the belly, rolling on to your favorite side, pausing in the first posture our bodies ever knew. Taking a moment here to pause. Like the breath, we are invited to breathe in deeply, enjoying the fullness of the inhalation, and then to let go just as deeply and fully, enjoying the release of the exhale. The fewer attachments we carry with us, the more we are free to enjoy and engage and live every moment before us to the fullest. The more breath we let go of, the more room there is in our body for the fullness of the next inhalation. The more we generously share and give away, the more expansive and light we become. This is the journey of life towards freedom. A bird cannot hold its perch and fly, and neither can we grasp anything and be free. Slowly bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Bringing the palms to heart center. Beginning to rub the palms together, creating heat and energy. And cover the eyes. May we use this energy to see the beauty within ourselves and the beauty within our world. Bringing the palms together once more. This time we'll cover the ears. May we use this energy to hear positive thoughts about ourselves and our world. One last time. Transferring this energy over the heart. May we use this energy to live our truth and find beauty in all living beings. Inhaling the arms up overhead, stretch nice and tall, and pull this energy down to your heart. Namaste.